No one's seen Melania since the inauguration. I don't want to say we have a mad king who has his wife locked in a tower, but she's like a Slovenian Rapunzel.
You're about to be First Lady. Are you a little nervous about it? A little tense?
Apparently, Melania Trump may stay in New York permanently and won't ever move into the White House.
Your husband has come under fire for making disparaging remarks about women. Does this bother you?
Yesterday, Anderson Cooper interviewed future divorcee Melania Trump.
Did you ever expect all this stuff would come out, these allegations would be made, that you would have to be sitting here defending her?
I got a list of terms that have been used to describe your husband, and they're not pretty. From stupid to demagogue, jerk, idiot, racist, sexist, xenophobic, narcissist, vulgarian-in-chief.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump is ready to serve as the next President of the United States. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Where are you from?
I'm from Slovenia. I grew up there as a teenager, and I left it 15 years ago.
Have you been back to Slovenia?
I've been in Slovenia 2 years ago.
Did you go?
Yes, I was there about 13 minutes. Oh, it's a beautiful country. I landed, said, hi, Mom, hi, Dad, bye, boom.
Let's show the ring. Can we get a close-up of the ring?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to having you here in Sevnica. My name is Dejan. You can call me Dean, but please don't. The sun is shining, the weather is fine. I'll take you on a trip in this little, lovely, medieval town.
What do people want to see when they come to Sevnica?
People would really like to see where Melania was born and raised.
Tu vidimo stari del Sevnice z cerkvijo, z gradom, z mestnim grajskim vinogradom. Prepoznavni znak ali pa element na fotografiji pa sta tudi reka Sava in železnica, ki je v to majhno takrat mesto prinesla razvoj, ki zaposluje zelo veliko ljudi. Samo območje pa je zelo hribovito, razgibano.
So being Slovenia so small, for example, in one day you can experience like really total different activities. For example, you can walk up in the morning and go to the mountains for hiking, or just to stroll around the lakes, and then come to Ljubljana and have this urban life experience, so with the parties and shopping, and you don't have to move a lot. Just like, in a few hours you are almost everywhere.
Is there anything else that came out of Slovenia?
Of course, our Melania Knaus, so now it's Melania Trump.
V Sevnici se je turizem pričel razvijati nekaj let nazaj. Želim dati večji poudarek tudi turizmu.
Dobar dan, en kos torte Melania.
Izvolite.
Hvala.
Seems like everything in Slovenia is Melania right now. We have cakes and pancakes and other desserts that are called Melania. Sevnica is getting ready for a lot of tourists. It's not quite ready yet. We don't know what to expect yet, but we're getting there.
Who are some other people that Slovenia is known for besides Melania?
We have a lot of good athletes.
What a night. Unforgettable, Brooks. Unforgettable.
I'm Olympic gold medalist, Primož Kozmus. Welcome to Slovenia.
What are some other things that Slovenia is known for besides Melania?
We have some very nice humor from the Balkans. Balkan humor, the best humor in the world. Let me tell you, when a horse comes into a bar and the bartender asks him, "Hey horse, why such a long face?" Isn't that a joke?
Moram veseliti in Boga častiti, hvalim stvarnika, k mi zdravje da. Se moram veseliti in Boga častiti, hvalim stvarnika, k mi zdravje da.
All right, so can you explain what you guys just did?
We did a prank with Melania Trump. That's my girlfriend here. We got the Secret Service over here. It's pretty cool. I like Trump. He's funny for us. We like to laugh. We like to make people laugh. And Trump is kind of the guy.
Have you seen a difference in town since Trump became president?
Razlika je v tem, da smo postavljeni praktično čez noč na zemljevid sveta. Prej je ogromno ljudi mešalo Slovenija, Slovakija in ogromno drugih stvari. Zdaj smo nekako pristali na zemljevidu. Sam osebno pa pričakujem oziroma slutim zelo veliki interes turizma in vsega in povečanje v tej smeri. My name is Nico Fritz. I'm balloon artist from Sevnica. Jaz sem začel z baloni isto pred približno 20 leti. Kamorkoli sem prišel in dalo mi še več zagona. V bistvu sem Donalda Trumpa že kar del časa imel v glavi, v mislih, da ga bom naredil.
What happens to this balloon Trump after we leave?
V bistvu, kot vse moje skulpture iz balonov so minljive, ne? Baloni spustijo in pač zaenkrat tale Trump bo danes lep, jutri bo malo manj lep, pa potem vsak dan bo bolj spuščal in če dalje manjši.
What was the wedding like?
I had a great time planning it and...
Were you nervous?
No, not at all.
Did you feel different when they said man and wife?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and the First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump.
V vrtincu aktualnega zgodovinskega dogajanja pa se je znašla Sevnica, rodni kraj prve dame ZDA Melanie Trump. Sevničani so inauguracijo novega ameriškega predsednika spremljali v gostišču nad Sevnico.
No one even knew what Sevnica was before. Now, like, Americans know it, not just Slovenians, so it's a big thing for us. Right now, no one knows what's gonna happen. I think they all have their own ideas of it.
Med domačimi jedmi je izstopala sevniška salama in prav posebno vino 4 posavskih vinarjev.
Vsak smo pripravili svojo, najboljšo iz kleti, leto dni zorjeno v lesenih sodih. In smo jo stipizirali skupaj in naredili en presežek v čast prvi dami.
People have been talking about lingerie, like Melania lingerie. I think the tourists are gonna want to visit us at some point. Like right now, it doesn't show yet, But I think it's gonna get a lot busier here.
Takrat smo za slovensko televizijo predstavili, da pride gospod Trump v Sevnico, da prinese ponudbo za odkup Sevniškega gradu.
Donald Trump pa bo kmalu obiskal Slovenijo.
Če bo Trump postal predsednik, bo resno preučil možnost, da bo v ta grad preselil ameriško veleposlaništvo.
Mislim, da je to poslavje za Sevnico, no?
Bo vsaj mogoče kdo zvedel, kje Slovenija je.
In zato so Sevničani nekako verjeli tej šali.
Melania is just a magnet, and I think we already have a lot to offer, but we didn't have such a magnet before. We are expecting masses of tourists or more, like groups of tourists in the springtime, because now the winter time is coming. So yeah, I think that shortly after the inauguration, the Americans will start finding these packages and the travel agencies, and they will come for sure.
Demonstrators nationwide are expected to march for a fifth straight day to protest Donald Trump's election.
People just came in waves through New York today.
7 Greenpeace activists climbed a crane near the White House Wednesday morning to defy the Trump administration.
What do we want? Justice!
Protesters gathered outside JFK International Airport in New York and demanded the release of refugees blocked from entering the United States.
Set the refugees free!
You are to have tension immediately. You're implying a certain atmosphere of impending doom. My name's Noah. I'm a professor of art history at University of Ljubljana. I get a lot of different requests and questions from Slovene colleagues, mostly what the hell is going on in the US.
People of the world, thank you. From this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first.
Trump is an entirely capitalist being, and he's been hugely successful by being incredibly self-confident. But Slovenia is very hardworking and extremely humble, and Slovenes do not like to toot their own horn. This self-consciousness, self-righteousness, alpha male personality is the exact opposite of almost all Slovenes that I've met, and culturally as a whole going back many centuries. So they're really about as far from Trump as you could imagine. At this point, I don't think there's anything Trump could do or say that would make the home team advantage fade. The reason is he's already said things that you'd think would put people off. For instance, he said that he wouldn't object if Putin invaded former communist countries like Slovenia. So if he's not going to object if his wife's homeland is invaded, that's, you'd think, as objectionable as possible. But I think Slovenes, like Americans, like anyone, they tend to pick a favorite, and it's human nature to stick with it and to look in favor of information that supports your decision and to overlook or downplay information that goes against your decision. Because we human beings don't like to feel that we're wrong and don't like to have to switch courses, and by switching courses means we admitted that we made the wrong decision the first time. Donald's only been here once. He hasn't shown any particular interest in it. It's certainly not going to be a benefit to Slovenia as far as I can see.
Thank you. In Ljubljana, they just lit the lights for Christmas, and there's a tree there. Do you know what the tree is called?
Melania. Moje delo je v bistvu način življenja. Vedno zaspim z mislijo na kreiranje, na obleke, nakit, čevlje, vse, kar pač oblikujem. In ta zadnja kolekcija se imenuje White House. Inspiracija je bila seveda gospa Melania. Odposlano bo pa še z drugimi darili, ki potujejo iz Slovenije v Belo hišo.
What would you wear with a shoe like that?
Jaz si predstavljam oblačilo svileno spalno srajco ali svileno haljo. Nič pa ne bo narobe tudi, če bo oblekla kakšno udobno trenerko. Slovenija je zelo majhna država, ampak ima ogromno možnosti za turizem, ki žal še ni izkoriščen.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't go to whatever country, you know, just because the president's wife is from there. I mean, it's so bizarre, I can't even talk about it. It's just a wife of the president, you know. She didn't do anything special. She was Miss Hawaiian Tropic 20 years ago, that's it. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice place. People should come anyway, but not for that. We are in Ljubljana, in a studio, an apartment of Stane Jagodic. That's him, an artist, multimedia artist with a long 50-year career. And my name is Miha Zollner. I'm the curator of some of his exhibitions.
To je pa moj portret.
This is his self-portrait.
What was the response in Slovenia to the election?
Most of the people were shocked. I think most of the people here genuinely don't like the hate speech. Of course, in Sevnica, in Melania's hometown, they were celebrating with American flags. But that's local patriotism.
Ali pa Rusije, ali pa ne vem, kaj Japonske.
Yeah. So he says that nevertheless it's brave from Melania to move away and went to the US in the first place, you know. He thinks that it's a good promotion for Slovenia. So hopefully that some tourists will come to Sevnica. But I have to warn you, they don't even have a hotel there, you know. It was closed 20 years ago. So, you know.
Residents of the town were proud when Donald Trump won the U.S. presidential election. The Rondo restaurant marked the event with a new hamburger called the Trump.
The burger is pleasantly spicy because Trump's statements are also pleasantly spicy. On top, there's a piece of cheese, which represents his hair.
Several other area restaurants have now created their own Trump-themed treats. But the creation struck a sour note with one of the Trump's attorneys.
You are not allowed to use a photo for commercial purposes without a consent of a person, that's for sure. You are not allowed to use Melania Trump to boost the selling of the product. And I hope that people will not take this as a warning that Mrs. Trump doesn't want people to be inventive, to sell the products. She just wants that this thing is within the legal lines, nothing else and nothing more.
Čestitke občini Sevnica ob občinskem prazniku in seveda čestitke občini Sevnica ob tem, da ste se posebej zapisali v zemljevid sveta potom tega, da ima Slovenija, da ima Sevnica prvo damo Združenih držav Amerike. Jaz mislim, da to je res nekaj posebnega, kar se vam je zgodilo. Ob tej priložnosti naj vam zaželim seveda, da vas prva dama tudi, če bo le možno, skupaj s predsednikom tudi obišče. Verjamem, da si to želite, če je želja močna, verjamem, da bo tudi nekoč uslišana, ko bo le možno.
Spoštovani predsednik Združenih držav Amerike, cenjena gospa Melania, lepo povabljena ob prvi priložnosti v Sevnico na obisk. Zelo bomo počaščeni.
Come to Slovenia, the green heart of Europe. You have everything joined together in this one small, beautiful country.
Mi vas bomo zelo veseli, vsekakor pa prej javite, da prihajate, ker ne nas preseneti.
And now, at last, we came to the end of our trip. Dear guests, dear friends, I wish you a pleasant journey, good, safe trip back home. And don't forget us. Click me on Facebook.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Go
his knees.